You know, I want to tell the story of how I lost my virginity. Okay, so I was 17 years old, right? So yeah, I was 17 years old, and well, before I tell you how it happened, I gotta go back, right? So this was a girl that I knew when I was 13, right? I was 13. We went to school together. We were in grade seven, and I I had a crush on her, right? And when it didn't work out, and she liked some other dude, Jaden. When it didn't work out, then kind of word spread as it does, and then everyone knew, and then everyone would make fun of me for it because it didn't work out because she thought I was lame, and let's all make fun of Angus for this shit now, right? Including Jaden. Jaden was one of the people that thought it was funny, right? All the boys thought it was funny, basically. And basically, fast forward a couple years, and eventually she finds me on Instagram when I'm 17, and um, you know, um, her and Jaden had dated for a while, and then they'd broken up. They've been broken up for a little bit at that point, not long, a little bit. And then she comes to me, and then she's talking to me like, hey, you're really not the same guy you used to be anymore. Like I think I misjudged you and shit, whatever. And like basically, all of a sudden, she wanted me and shit. And long story short, I hit that, you know. And and then soon after that, not much later, I was at a rugby game at a high school. I met my friends there. They were also watching the game. My friends that, yeah, my friends that were there. Um, and these are friends who are also friends with Jaden, right? And they all saw me there, and so basically, this girl's name is Layla, right? Layla. And basically, they would just talk. They're also friends with Jaden, by the way. That's an important part of the story. And basically, they just say to me like, "Bro, like, did you really nail Layla?" And I'm just like, "Layla, I hardly know her." Yeah, and coincidentally, on that same day, Jaden was there, and he didn't see me, but he was playing rugby, and we were watching him together. And he was playing rugby, and he got hurt that day. We watched him get hurt, and he got a concussion and everything. He had to be carried off the field, and then we were at the sidelines just looking at him, and all the guys were sad and shit, and I happened to be smiling, unfortunately. And they turn around, they see me smiling, they're like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then all of a sudden they're thinking like, "Oh, wait a minute." And then they put the pieces together like, "Damn, bro, like you're a terrible person." They 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 put the pieces together like, "Oh shit, look what this guy just did." Like, damn. They're like, "You know what? Whatever, bro. Like, good for you, man." And ever since that day, the boys all call me the tribal chief. And that's the story of how I lost my virginity.